Why did resistance erupt during the Stonewall raid? Imagine a night when a group of people finally said enough is enough. That's what happened during the night of June 28, 1969, at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. The police often raided gay bars back then, arresting patrons and humiliating them publicly. These raids were common, but that night was different. Instead of quietly dispersing, the crowd inside and outside the bar started fighting back. They threw bottles, broke windows, and refused to be pushed around anymore. This spontaneous act of defiance surprised everyone, including the police. It was a moment when the LGBTQ community openly resisted years of social discrimination and police harassment. Many factors led to this eruption of resistance. First, the community had been pushed into hiding for so long. Bars like the Stonewall Inn were among the few places where they could be themselves without fear. But these safe spaces were often targeted by police, making people feel trapped and angry. The raid was not unusual, but the community's response was. They had simply had enough of being treated as second-class citizens. Second, the late 1960s was a time of protest and change. Civil rights movements, anti-war protests, and women's rights campaigns were happening all over. The LGBTQ community was inspired by these struggles for equality. They saw that standing up and fighting back could bring change. The energy of that era encouraged people to demand respect and recognition openly. Third, the uprising was led by people who faced double marginalization. Transgender individuals, drag queens, and people of color often experienced even harsher treatment. Many of them had little to lose and much to gain by resisting. Their courage helped ignite the larger rebellion. The resistance grew stronger when police officers barricaded themselves inside the bar. Crowds outside started throwing objects and setting fires. The protests lasted several nights and marked a turning point. It shifted LGBTQ activism from silent endurance to bold pride and political action. Looking back at the 1960s, the Stonewall uprising captures that decade's spirit of rebellion. It was a time when people questioned authority and fought for their rights. The event showed that a group once invisible could stand up and demand respect. It sparked the creation of new LGBTQ organizations and annual Pride celebrations. These events continue today, reminding everyone of the power of standing up for what's right. The resistance at Stonewall changed how society saw and treated LGBTQ people, making it easier for future generations to live openly and fight for equality.